Well, I came to Spartanburg, Camp Croft, if you remember Camp Croft, in 1941. And I met my wife. I was in service. I met my wife here. I went to Fort Monmouth, New Jersey, and they activated 2 companies there. And I was overseas for 2 years and in France. And I came back and I said, I worked at some of the jobs, you know, I didn't have anything. But I got on with a telephone company and worked almost 33 years. And I retired in '81. And that's when I helped Jane deliver meals for several years. My wife passed away in '06, February the 1st, '06. And I've been here by myself for that length of time. Mobile Meals means so much to me. I didn't realize, I didn't think I'd ever be like I am now, being a recipient of Mobile Meals, but I know what it's like. But I think that is the greatest thing that I had ever done.
The first meals we served were October 3rd, 1977. We served 25 people with 15 volunteers, and so God's ministry began.
35 years later, the mission of Mobile Meals remains the same: to glorify God by serving nutritious meals, services, and fellowship to the frail and homebound of Spartanburg County. That mission can only be accomplished with a special group of people. Each weekday, more than 150 volunteers come together to prepare, package, and deliver hundreds of meals.
They come in all ages and sizes, just like you and me, and their stories are varied. We have wonderful volunteer stories that share what this ministry has meant in their lives. Of course, we look at it on both sides. We see what they do for our recipients. So it's a beautiful marriage, and they're very, very important to the ministry.
It gives me gratification to come to her house, read the Bible to her, sing a little song, and say a little prayer. The same thing, she might not get the full impact she would get at church, but at least I can bring something to her to make her feel like that we hadn't forgotten about her.
Well, it's just been such a wonderful journey. We had no idea, first of all, that we would be needing to raise nearly $2 million a year without any government support. You never know what God's going to ask us to do, but this is such a wonderful God story because He's let it happen little by little and brought the people along to make it possible.
Because Mobile Meals is not a government agency, we depend on donations from churches, individuals, businesses, and grants. Mobile Meals is committed to the future by recycling, catering, state-of-the-art equipment that packages food for delivery and allows us to preserve meals for emergency days and holidays. It's this type of gift that keeps giving back year after year, touching the lives of God's people.
I had a grandmother that was still alive at the time that was shut in about 500 miles away, and I thought how wonderful it would be for her to have that ability to get a meal delivered to her. And I thought, if I can't do it for my grandmother because she's 500 miles away, but I can maybe do it for somebody in our community.
I appreciate Mobile Meals so much, because if it wasn't for them, sometimes I wouldn't have nothing to eat.